So when your character started, did you shape the character or did Larry shape the character? I mean, how was the character described to you?
Larry hired me, and because he had this idea in season 1, which was, by the way, 17 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah. And he had this idea that we were going to, there was an episode called The Wire where Jeff brings a fresh air fun kid into the house and the kid robs us blind. And then Susie Jeff's wife at the time, just goes crazy on him. So he hired me for that scene, and the only direction I got was rip Jeff a new asshole. And I thought, well, I've been in relationships before. I could do that. That's not hard. So I'm screaming and yelling at Jeff, and Larry keeps pulling me aside and says, go further, go further. I thought I was going pretty far. And it's like, okay, fuck you, blah, 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 you're an asshole, blah, blah. And then then finally he pulls me aside. He says, make fun of Jeff's fat. And I was like, Larry, I don't want to do that. That's mean. I don't like to make fun of people's physical defects or characteristics. So he's like, just do it. He knows that you're kidding. He knows that you're just acting. So that's when I first called him a fat fuck. And then it was like the genie was out of the bottle, And then from that first house, we've had so many houses, but that first house that we had was up in the Hollywood Hills, and I just saw the way it was decorated. It was like all this leather and chrome and and I just got this idea how I wanted Susie Green to dress and who I wanted her to be. It was just in a moment. I just had this idea. And I told the wardrobe person at the time, who was from the Midwest, and she said, well, where am I going to get clothes like that? And I said, the back room of Loman's. And she never heard of Loman's. So I had to do a field trip with her to the back room of Loman's, which I grew up on,
Yeah.
And then I just kind of had this idea who she was, these crazy outfits and this incredibly confident in everything kind of a person, like different than me, who questions everything and analytical. And then Larry, we never discussed it. We never discussed the character. He just kind of got what I was doing and wrote towards it, and I got what he wanted and kind of gave him that, and it just evolved.
So what kinds